All right, so this video is just going to show you guys what GiGi knows as far as obedience goes and how you can reinforce that. First exercise that I did with her, hey, GiGi, sit. Yes. Good girl. She's looking up at my face. That's what I want. Yes. Literally the first drill that I did with her, free. Free. Come here. GiGi, come. Yes, good job. So literally I just stand here. Hey, no. Yes. Every time she makes eye contact, I'm marking that with a yes. She's busy. Yes predicts a reward over time. Obviously, we don't carry a whole bag of food with us everywhere we go. But in the beginning, we want that that repetition and that conditioning. Yes. Right now, I'm literally just using her dog food. Low distraction environment. Yes, good girl. We can do that. We get out into the big world. We might want something a little more enticing. Yes. Some kind of training treat, something small, something easy, something she's not going to spend a whole lot of time chewing on. All right. So first thing that she knows is make some eye contact. Then heel. Yes, good girl. Good job. Yes. She'll usually snap right into heel like that. Free. If not, free. Knucklehead. GiGi. Heel. Yes, if she were not, then I would just do this. Free. I'm just going to take my treats. Bless you. Heel. And I'm going to lead her in. Yes, good job. Now we're going to fix the leash. She thinks I want it down. So heel is to stay by my side, which is also part of loose leash walking. So, okay, so here's one example of down. GiGi, down. Yes, so obviously she anticipated that that was coming. GiGi, sit. Sit. Good. So you saw a little tiny leash correction there. Hey, I was talking to you. Need you to sit. For sit, we're going to pull up on the leash. Yes. For D-O-W-N, GiGi. No, sit. I hadn't said the word yet. I don't want her anticipating. Bless you, kiddo. Down. Yes, good job. Both her sits and her downs. Nope, down. I dropped a piece of food. She wanted to go get it. You can't break your down because we dropped food. I'll go get that for you. Good job. If she can break her down to chase a treat, she can break her down to do whatever she wants according to her. So now we start moving around. And I will use food as a distraction to help her understand that she needs to hold her down. And I'm dropping this down there. When she looks back at me, I'll go pick it up and I'll hand it to her. It's hard because we're right there. She can hold a sit for, yes, she can hold a sit for a minute. You can move all the way around her. Most people's dogs are going to want to turn and follow them. That's pretty natural, so she's learned to just stay put and then we come to her, right? Sit. Yes, good job. Good job. I like how she bounces into things. She's so enthusiastic. Same thing with here is I can move all the way around her. If she were to break, I would say no. Come in and pull upwards on the leash. Recommand that sit. If she was distracted enough to break the command, it's only fair that we remind her why she received the consequence. Here's what our recall looks like. Maybe. I said free! Free means break position. Obviously she does not want to. She wants to stay in a heel. So I'm going to go ahead and put her in a sit. GiGi, sit. Yes. Allergies. Here's a recall. No. Sit. Good. So there's a good opportunity for me to show you how to fix that. My goodness. What'd you get your nose into? Good. When I call her to me, she's to come and sit at my feet. The sit is implied. I don't actually say the word, but I will show you. Sit. No, sit. Good. Good job. Good girl. I'll show you how to lure that. Got food in my hand. I'm going to move my hands real slowly. I'm going to try to tilt her head up to get her into that sit. Come. Bring it up. Yes, mark it when her butt hits the ground. This is a recall. A formal recall like this allows me to grab my dog's collar if I need to. It also has her back turned to whatever was distracting her. We also release out of this position as well, so she pretty well knows to stay here. Sometimes we do have to remind her she's not perfect. She's still a dog. She still thinks for herself. Free. Free means she can move. All right, lastly, place. So place is a target. It can be any target, as long as her 4 feet can fit on it. GiGi, place. Yes. This is a very familiar place to her because that's the one that we practice on. When you get her home and you want to transfer that to something else, it'll look like this. Free. I'm going to take some food. GiGi, come here. Don't cheat. Place. I'm going to say my word. Yes. I'm going to lead her to it. Good job. No. Place. So right there she broke place. Did not chew her food. She broke place. It was no. Tug on the leash. Reminder place. Walk her all the way over there if you have to. In the beginning, if she's not in a crate or a kennel, she needs to be on a leash. And I recommend that for all dogs, not just dogs with behavior problems or anxiety. All dogs. It saves us from having our carpets tore up. It saves us from having the dog start to learn to use the bathroom in the house. Yes. It also stops the dogs from going around making their own decisions all day long. We know that a dog like GiGi has not made the best decisions for herself, and we've worked really, really hard to help her understand the right decisions. Yes. She's looking at me and she's staying on place, so I'm rewarding that. So with that in mind, prevention goes a long way. So I would much rather be supervising my dog than all of a sudden discover that they've been climbing up on my counters and getting into things that they shouldn't. They've swallowed something they shouldn't. Or in her case, she likes to zoom around in the house. So now we've got things breaking. She's knocking over lamps, whatever, the Christmas tree, whatever it may be. So if we can teach her how to exist in our home, what the benefits are of doing it correctly, and then also too, why not to do it incorrectly. So if she were to pick up, let's say she goes to chew on my cabinet and I've got a leash on her, I can tell her no and I can correct that. Oh, I'm not supposed to chew on the cabinet. Well, what am I supposed to do? Hang out on place, sit with me, get up on the couch and hang out, you know, stuff like that. Don't go find things to get into because it's dangerous. But also too, yes, you have a dog that really, really needs some help navigating life. She's got a lot of fears and anxieties when it comes to other living beings, not people. She's very people friendly. But you've got a dog that has some anxiety, so you really want to be a good leader to her. And when I say leader, I don't mean that alpha nonsense. I mean a leader, somebody who she can trust, somebody who's got mutual respect, somebody who's not going to ask things of her that we know she's not capable of doing, but also to somebody who's going to help her grow in the areas that she needs growth to better herself, better her decisions, and overall her quality of life. So obviously she's very willing. If I ask her to do something, she's like, oh, let me do it. Now she might get distracted and offer the wrong behavior, but she tries anyway. So that's the nice thing about it. It's like, well, I said sit, but you laid down. I understand there's a dog running past the, in front of us and you were distracted. I don't know what she said. Let me just do it down. Well, thanks for trying, but I'm still going to fix that and put you in a sit, and then I'm going to reward you for it. All in all, really awesome dog. She's got a lot of enthusiasm. She's got a lot of energy. She still can get very jumpy when she gets excited, and that's going to be a long-term thing to work on. Yes. But it has greatly improved. I'm really only getting jumped on now if I kneel down, and that's kind of fair game. She wants to climb in my lap. If she gets real excited and we're healing and she's like, oh my God, this is the greatest day ever, she might jump up on me to let me know it's the greatest day ever. And I just go, hey, you're supposed to heal, you're not supposed to jump. Oh yeah, sorry. And she's healing nicely, prancing next to me, having a good old time. So all in all, really nice dog. Yes, good girl. Super willing, super eager. I love her energy. I love her willingness teach her new tricks, teach her new things. She loves to learn and she loves to show off. Like I said, if I've got the leash on her and she feels like, hey, we need to be doing something, she's popping into a heel position for me. I don't even have to ask for it. She's just like, hey, I'm here, let's work. Loves walks, loves all that stuff. So now I'm going to go in and edit in some video on some of our outings that we've had, and that'll kind of teach you how to deal with distractions out in the real world, such as dogs, people, stuff like that. Also, to a little bit of Leash 101 reminder what heel is. So when we're walking our dogs, we expect them to be next to us with a loose leash. I don't want to stay tight on the leash like this because that's going to build frustration. She's going to go, why are you dragging me? I don't understand. I'm where I need to be. How come you're pulling on my leash? Now we're building frustration, and now we're escalating other emotions that she might have. So if she's doing the right thing, this leash is always loose. If she's doing the wrong thing, we let her know. You're doing the right thing, though. Yes. Good girl. Good job. Free. Good girl, GiGi. All right, we're in Lowe's. We kind of just got here. We went to the back trying to find a quieter spot to work. My goal here is just to get her paying attention to me. Find out what she might be afraid of. Shopping carts, loud noises, things like that. She's real excited. She's jumpy when she pops up to get the treat. I'm just taking my hand away. Don't jump up to get it. I'll come to you. Nope. Heel. Now every time she gets out of position, I need her staying next to me, not jumping ahead of me, not crossing in front of me. Every time she gets ahead of me or breaks that heel position, I'm changing directions. Here she got a little tangled. I lured her back where she needed to be. Now this is on selfie mode, so she is actually being taught to walk on my left. It's just the camera is a mirror image. Ask her to down so I can walk away. She breaks. No. Down. This is hard for her. She just got here. She's so excited. Give her a little grace, but I am going to try to make sure that she holds criteria. There we go. Little reward. Try to be still, kiddo. Good luck. She's too excited. And there she actually came to me before I said come. She was going off my body language and beat me to it. But I like that she's engaged. I don't mind the anticipation so long as it's in the right direction. We're gonna try a sit. Looking around, I'm just trying to make sure ain't nobody coming. She thinks I want down. So I just kind of lure her back up to a sit. Make a full circle. All right, I think she's got her game face on. So coming into the store, she was super busy. She wouldn't really pull in. She's figured out not to hit the end of the leash, but she was way out ahead of me, which was to be expected. So I kind of come back here where it's a little more quiet and just try to really build engagement, get her into me, get her thinking that I'm way more interesting in the environment. So now I'm just doing some free, means break position, you don't need to be doing anything, and then recalls. Again, this is just engagement. Come on, play with me. This is fun. Pay attention to me. Just get her real excited about what I'm doing, where I'm going. And it's kind of working. She's pretty excited. Yes. One thing when you do a recall, if she is real excited, she like jumps into the sit and sometimes she crashes into you. So I've been trying to get her to hit the brakes a little sooner. I'm not super successful with it just yet. She's pretty enthusiastic. Broke. There's that Lowe's worker back there in the red vest. She had gotten to say hello to her earlier, so she's definitely attentive to that girl. She works there a lot of time when I'm in there, so I trust her to interact with the dogs and respect our training. Interested in that guy. So a lot of what I'm doing here is just building engagement. I want her looking up at me. I want her paying attention to me. I want her realizing I'm there. I want her to learn that she's got to follow the rules in any environment. And if I can get her to follow the rules reliably, you know, heels, hold your sits, hold your downs, all of that stuff. If I can do that here in this busy environment, then I have a better shot at doing it around other dogs. Then I can really start desensitizing her. But for now, We're gonna take it slow, and we're gonna start here with Lowe's, where there's no dogs, just people. All right, so this is the beginning when we first started working GiGi around other dogs. I've got her with this guy here, laying down nice and neutral. He's an awesome dog to work around. He reads her cues really well, and he respects that. All I'm doing is just getting her paying attention to me, focus on me. I want to make sure I've got a good bit of that, and I want to make sure she's not super stressed, because if we were this close and she was super stressed, we would not have a good training session. So I want to push her a little, but I don't want to send her over threshold. She just now notices him there, spins around, got distracted. Oops, sorry, I'm here. This is a lot for her, and she's doing really well. I'm going to back out away from the leash. I feel like I've got enough of her attention that I cannot be her primary focus, not right next to her. And she can just kind of absorb what's going on here a little bit. She broke her down there, so I just asked her for it again. Good job. And then now we're going to get this dog moving. So you kind of get to see a little bit of how behavior works here. The neutral dog is going to go a little slow. Give her that peace of mind, I guess you could say. He understands she's a little stressed, and he's not going to be erratic. Now you're going to see a moment where GiGi lashes out, and I kind of let her get a little too far on purpose. You're going to see her head drop, her weight shift forward. That's called loading. I was too late to prevent that. That other handler was way too close. She did not get the dog, by the way. There, I catch her early. So you can see the moments that you have to step in are very subtle and very soon. All I want her to do is realize, hey, you can't step out like that. Stay here with me. And she does start to relax, and she does start to fixate less on him. I get a little bit more of her attention. She's looking up at me. Good girl. So that's how we kind of slowly start desensitizing her. Just let the dogs exist around you and think for a minute. She missed it when I asked her to down, so she got corrected. I want her to be able to relax enough to think and observe. I'm going to do a recall here in a minute, and you're going to see a little bit of avoidance. She does mess up the recall, but that's okay. At least she tried. And this is early on in training, so I don't expect her to be perfect. She spins around. She doesn't want her back to that dog. No big deal, though. Progress is progress. All right, we're back at Lowe's with another trainer and his dog. She did really awesome. I'm just taking a few parts out. We were there for about an hour, so I'm taking a few parts out for you guys to see. She worked good. She got great engagement with me. Whoops. So there was a recall there. And she broke the recall to chase that piece of food. If she can break a recall to chase a piece of food, she can do it to chase a dog. If I let her out of a recall, the word is free. That means she can move, not because I dropped the treat. So here I'm just kind of walking in a zigzag pattern, just like, hey, are you really paying attention to me? And she's looking pretty good. So I'm liking her engagement. I'm liking how she's following. It's not patterned anymore. We're not just going back and forth. We're moving a little bit differently. Coming up next, you're going to see, similar to that just happened there, you're going to see how quickly she can react. Boom, right there. And I'm going to slow it down for you so you can see where that reaction was triggered. What you're going to see is the other dog jumping up. Look at that. Boom. Oh no, I got to stop you. No, you don't. Quick correction. Can't break heel. Right, so it can happen quick, but look at how quickly she engages back with me. So I like that. I like that one quick, hey, knock it off. And she's going, oh, sorry. I'm not going to act a fool anymore. She watches her a little more closely now, though. She does real well when the dogs are controlled, but when she deems that dog not controlled, then she's going, hey, I got to manage this. I gotta stop you. Looking at her right there, so I stop. I'm gonna fix her heel. I don't like that. You need to stop with me, not the other dog. And now he's teasing his dog to see if she'll break her command. Got GiGi to break. GiGi knows him. They've played and trained and everything together. So she's like, ah, he's my friend. He wants me over there. Nah, I got the leash, kid. You gotta listen to me.
Stinky. Stinky, stinky girl.
And then we're back to just working nicely. Good engagement. She is aware of the other dog, but she's less hypervigilant about it. So more progress. It's definitely getting better. She's recovering faster, which is great. So, all right. So this is towards the end of GiGi's board and train, and I just want you to be able to see how much more comfortable she is around other dogs. Definitely not perfect. I don't think any of us expected perfection this quickly with her. She does look over. We do get a few stares that maybe linger a little too long, and I'm not having to interrupt it as much. I didn't have to interrupt that really. She looked right back over to me, and that's the purpose. Like, engage with me, work with me, desensitize to these other dogs who want nothing to do with you. That dog is interested in the guy in front of her, not you. You know, pay attention here. And you see, hey, I'm checking to make sure you're still doing what you're supposed to be doing there, Rottweiler. All right, I'm back with the lady. That one I had to get onto her for. I didn't like the tone of that look. But just so you can see what she is capable of, she can do this. And with continued maintenance, I only see her getting better and better. Her focus, if you earn it, going back to those focus exercises in the beginning, her focus is something that we all desire in a dog. We want that enthusiasm to work. We want that focus that she gives us. We want the attentiveness. And if we can leverage that, we can work through all kinds of things. We can work through her worries about other dogs, some dogs who are worrisome about people, etc. So if we can really harness that and make it fun for her, that's leverage. And it's paid off, and she's here for it. She's loving it. She's been awesome. I've been really, really fortunate to work with her.
Good job.